I've recorded a few things and I haven't posted them because the urgency or the context of them was kind of in the moment. But I've also been dealing with some life stuff that's tough to, I don't want to say talk about, but it's tough to talk about without a conversation. It's tough to talk about if you're not talking with someone. So I've always, not always, but ever since doing these vlogs, and even though I say I treat it like a diary, there is definitely an aspect of things that I don't share, which is dumb. If I'm going to have this channel, if I'm going to have this vlog as an actual diary type, then be honest, be deep about what's going on. And I don't know, I just went through, I feel like I've just went through 3 weeks of taking a break from trying to work on my problems, and it wasn't good. It wasn't fruitful. But it was fruitful in that it now helped me get to a place of, man, I really didn't do anything there. I should take seriously the things that I've been wanting to do. So so that, without going into the muck and the mire too much, I'm separated from my wife right now, and that's really rough. And depressing and lonely, and all the things that it's hard to ask for anything when I'm the reason that I'm not there. It's hard to ask for how do I say this? It's hard to expect or ask for companionship of any kind, not even in the physical realm, just that thing that's just above friendship, but not physically, sexually. That little thick layer that means the world of love. And being separated, just kind of, it's like the commitment is there, and there's no doubt in my mind that we'll work through this and we'll be together again someday. But because there isn't daily reciprocity of the relationship, it's more like a friend that I see every once in a while that's a little more than an acquaintance. It really it sucks, but it's a perpetuating thing. So because I don't have access to that part of the relationship, I'm sad, mad, lonely, depressed about that, which doesn't spur me to fix it. It creates more isolation, more feeling. But I'm not a generally depressed person, and I tend to see things on the brighter side, and I tend to be positive. So it's very easy for me to, I don't want to say be in denial, but to just look at the bright side of things, to try to be positive. So I don't, that's why, I haven't really shared a lot of this stuff with you guys, because I want to be productive and positive and all that kind of stuff. But I have been wrestling with how honest am I, and with me and with you, and just honestly with me, and how honest I am with myself. And there is some denial in there for sure. There's functional denial, I'd say. It's the denial of things will get better, just keep moving forward. But what's been not great is the direction of moving forward. there's moving forward that looks busy, but is that the moving forward that you need to do to get back to the relationship? And it hasn't been. And that's something I've really struggled hard with, because and this has been true of me for years, ever since I've been on my own as an adult of some sort, whether it be an older teenager that could drive, or even a older student. I've always been used to and tried to have multiple plates spinning. That's the common analogy I use, is that you have plate spinning, you have projects going, and it feels like not a waste, but I definitely am in a season where I have to re-engineer that thinking, because that thinking isn't getting me to where I need to be, and I need to actually stop the plate spinning, take one plate down, cook a nutritious meal put it on that plate, eat it, and digest it, and sit in it, and actually crap it out and repeat the process with fresh food. You know what I mean? No more, I can't have all these plates. I actually have to use the plate how it's supposed to be used and focus on the important things. So I've been listening to a lot of really good stuff. The fundamentalists, the minimalists, the deconstructionists, not even kidding, all different podcasts, but they all have a similar theme, which is question your reality. And my reality has got me to being separated from my wife. It got me to this place of loneliness, but denied loneliness. It got me to a place of denied loneliness. Because it's not like I don't have friends, and it's not like I don't. I mean, I'm roommating with my other best friend. My wife would say my second wife. He would say my first husband. Best friend since we were 7 years old, and so I have a buddy. I have a swim buddy, or whatever. When you're a kid, go in pairs so you're not alone. So I'm out on this journey, and I'm not technically alone, but there's only one person that can fill that relationship that I actually am lonely about. Everyone else is just a really, really good reminder of the positive things in life. But there's only one Bellamy, and there's only one me, and there's only one us. So the good news stuff is doing a weight challenge with my friend. So I'm cutting out sugar, cutting out bread. I don't have a hardcore plan. I'm not really looking for a hardcore plan, strictness. I'm honestly trying to listen to the truth of within me of this is good for you, this is not good for you. So I'm eating salad, but I'm drinking tons of water. Trying to put some matcha green tea mixed in there every day. And, I think I'm going to add vitamins to the diet. So trying to do that, trying to do a little bit of exercise every morning. Some other advice I got that I shared on social media was fish in the hole that you have. And so my vision of that was this circumstance of being separated has I'm out on an ice sheet, a lake, and I was given a shack, and that shack is my room and board with my best friend at a very cheap rental rate that's doable, and a functioning car that I just changed the starter on, and I'm driving illegally because I need tags, and I have to have the money to go get the waiver to go get the tags. But I have a place to stay. I have a place to get to work. I have a thing to get to work, and then the hole is the job where I pull the fish out. I make money, and I have been So I have the shack, but then when I clock out, when I'm done with that, I put up the pole, I take it out of the water, and then I go outside in the freezing cold and I try and scrape a new hole in the ice versus the nice hole I've got back there, and trying to put more lines in the water in that one hole, if that makes sense. Also, I can get enough fish to sell it to get back home, to round out that analogy. So I've just been focused on that word. That word picture really hits hard for me because it's the spinning plates, it's the many holes, it's the trying to make this thing work and be the one solution, and this be. And I just need to, to be cliche, I need to let go and let God. He's given me the ways to do it, and the avenue to do it. Freaking Best Buy rocks. There's no complaints about me. There's a couple things I need to do, which I just have to start signing some to-do list paperwork, and I was like, that's it? Yeah, but just get better on that. Okay. Other than that, I do adequate to good work. I try to do my best, as the hat implies. And then I just don't know about everything else, all the other extra stuff. I think I have to hang up the filmmaker hat for a while. Hemmerker Schlemmerker. I've got the Stargate fan film that I would love, but at the same time, there's things developing in the actual Stargate world that it might be brought back. Because of streaming services, and I just wanted to make something because there was nothing out there that was good and current. So, see a need, fill a need. So if the need gets filled soon, then I don't know about doing my own. I'm not married to it. I love it. I love what the story we came up with, and then there's the Die Hard script, and honestly, I don't even have to do anything on that. I'm just the trigger man. That was my best friend's script. He wrote it, and then we partnered up with some actors for it. But that was back in the holidays, before the holidays. So it's just been sitting, and all I was going to do is basically produce / direct, just make sure it gets done. But there's no other reason than to just create it, which isn't wrong. I'm not saying that's ever wrong. I'm just feeling like these things that I feel are important aren't right now important. The things that are important right now are pretty basic. It's Justin Timberlake's new album. It's Man in the Woods. Do you have something to chop wood? Do you have something to light it? Do you have a way to get food? Do you have shelter? It's just the basics. That's what I need to focus on. So that's kind of a actual diary entry today. I don't even know if I'll post this, and if I do, I don't even know if I'll edit it. I might just upload it as is. It's not entertaining. It's not, doesn't have cool time lapses. But I'm trying to be more real and more just full frontal facing, as it were. Later.